don't know what they do, but I think maybe like oranges or depending on where it comes from in the season. I don't think 90, I'd say 99% of our food is. But like think about the states that are like down.
Yeah.
In the end. So it's more because it's federal. Yeah.
Don't be scared.
Oh my God.
Okay, it's 7 o'clock. We'll call this regular scheduled school board meeting to session. Please stand for the salute to the flag.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, just to let everybody know, there was an executive session prior to this regularly scheduled board meeting relative to personnel. We will also be adding an agenda item 7.8, the resignation of Mrs. Oberheim from the Montoursville Area School Board. If you can notate that on 7.8, roll call, please.
Mr. Albert.
Yes.
Mr. Badger's absent this evening. Mr. Eisenhower,
Here.
Mr. Gardner.
Here.
Mr. Hausnick,
Here.
Miss McCloy.
Here.
Mrs. Meyer is absent this evening. Mrs. Oberheim is not with us this evening, and Mr. Young.
Here. At this time, recognitions and presentations, relative to the public, you'll be given three.
Oh, wait, we gotta do the minutes first.
I'm sorry.
We have
Excuse
no
me.
student reps, so.
No student rep. 2.1, approval of regular meeting minutes, September 9th, 2025, and work session minutes dated September 23rd, 2025. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Any discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Now, at this time will be a public comments on agenda items. You'll be given 3 minutes to present any information you might have regarding the agenda items on the docket for tonight. Please announce your name and your address if you wish to speak.
We'll bring it to you. Did I bring it? So do you want me to bring it to you? No. Not bad yet. I'm here about those,
Could you give me your name? I know.
Jack Callahan, 113 North Arch Street, Toursville, PA. I'm here about those, what those, blood, sweat and tears. They covered, the thing of the 1948, favored, for the basketball or football was a trophy. And there was a trophy for the football. They were just defunct. They weren't plugged up. And then the thing in there, the golden help were they were for that they really have a thing for that. So I'm here for that trophy, 1948 trophy. But where is it? I just didn't walk out of out of the trophy case. And then the golden helmet world did walk out of the trophy case either. And the deferred football players, football didn't walk out of the football either. And I just here and want to know where this stuff went and this golden helmet award, they didn't have awards back then, they had the hub. I'm going to be away, sweaters.
If he ate today.
Hub give away sweaters. South side, with Torso and Lowestoft, we give away sweaters every day. It's football. And that was when you gave away, so they didn't have the Heartland trophy, Heartland, they didn't have that. I just wanna know where these trophies went. Where these trophies, guys who play without face masks and leather helmets and everything else, see, they gave it all. And they deserve the least trophy, the trophy case. No, that's where I have it, I want to know where the trophies went.
Is it a stretch of the imagination that we could possibly say something as far as where they're at and what's?
Yeah,
going on?
I looked after the last meeting, for what we kept from the project there, those trophies don't exist.
Why
We have things from about the 1970s on.
Okay, so when you say it doesn't exist, it just was.
It's not
removed.
here. I don't know where.
Okay,
I don't know where they got to.
They've had trophy case since 1970s. I saw them there since then, in 1948, I saw it was on the side of the thing, the iron, the plastic helmet award and the low down football. I don't know.
Yeah, we're not in possession of those
I think we
trophies
just-
any
every
longer.
time he gets up and talks about it, nobody says anything, it'd just be nice for his own peace of mind, I guess.
Yep, nope, I checked after the last meeting. We kept everything from our trophy cases from the building project. We don't have room to put everything out, that we have. What we have in storage, those aren't part of it.
Part of it.
Yep.
No, I'm just saying all that has gotten to a point where it's gotten to some place, and that place has gone up for the last 4 years. 5 years, they had the Golden Helmet Award and that 48 trophy and those footballs that were deflated. And like I said, the guys played with leather helmets and no face mask and all that other stuff. They at least deserve a trophy in the trophy game.
On Snell, Lower Manor. I really didn't have anything to say tonight until the package just got up there. I think it's a sin that the school district's destroying their history. I don't know where the stuff went when there was kids back in the 40s, 50s, 60s that worked just as hard as the kids do now. And their accomplishments are destroyed, thrown away, gotten rid of. I think it's a disgrace.
Agreed, it was gone before my time. It's very unfortunate.
Seeing no one else will go online.
Yeah. So,
No one online has raised their hand. Business manager report approval, general fund and cafeterias report. Brandy.
You've received copies of the treasurer's report for the period ending September 30th, 2025 for the general fund and cafeteria fund. We are submitting these to the board for your consideration of approval.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion, questions? All those in favor? Aye. Opposed? 5.2, board awareness of budgetary transfers.
It's just an awareness this evening, so there's no action needed there.
5.3, presentation of bills.
You've received copies of the listing of invoices for the general fund and the cafeteria fund for the period ending October 14th, 2025. We are submitting these to the board for your consideration of approval and payment.
Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
Discussion, questions? All those in favor?
I need a
I'm sorry, roll call vote.
Mr. Albert,
Yes.
Mr. Eisenhower,
Yes.
Mr. Gardner,
Yes.
Mr. Hausnick,
Yes.
Ms. McCoy,
Yes.
and Mr. Young.
Yes.
Just an update from the business office. We've been working on the audit. The auditors are in all this week. We've been working on GASB 101 a lot, which is new for this year. We've also been doing interviews for the business office specialist position. We wrapped up the transportation report since the last meeting. And just regular business as usual.
Thank you. 6.1, administrative board reports. Mr. Napo.
nothing here to report, sir.
Mr. Piper. Mr. Hannah.
Yeah, we had on Monday, 3 of our learning support teachers go to the Blast IU for a training. These are teachers that give the Pennsylvania alternate system of assessment. And they were trained on, this was a requirement for them to be trained on the DLM series, which is a way of tying the Pennsylvania state standards to the curriculum that these teachers will be using with these students. So, yeah, it was nice to have that representation there for the teachers. And also the Variety in Pittsburgh program, which we've talked about before, that provides adapted bicycles and strollers and My Voice equipment to students. Today at the last Canton office, we had one of our students that was presented with a new adapted bicycle. There were several other students within the IU region that received adapted bicycles as well as adapted strollers. So it was nice that one of our students was able to benefit from that program. During our in-service training on Friday and Monday, we had a lot of great things happen for our staff. And one of the things that happened was Shane Loudblogger, who is a teacher at McCall Middle School. He's an emotional support teacher, and Shay Long is a learning support teacher at McCall Middle School. They worked together and presented to our paraprofessionals, as well as our contracted TL busing staff on various de-escalation strategies that they can use with students. So TL busing, they do transport probably some of our most challenging students to a variety of places. And they were able to learn various strategies that can help them while transporting these students. If there's any problems going on, it'll help them calm down while they're working with them. And then also we had Terry Hill, the school nurse at Northville High School, as well as Peyton Robbins, school nurse at McCall Middle School. They worked on trained our paraprofessionals on first aid strategies, also during the training. And then the last thing that I have is LIFO CTC. They, on September 25th, they had their first special education coordinator meeting that they hosted for those district coordinators that send students to their programming there. It was a great opportunity to meet the various LIFO CTC staff. We were also given a tour of the facilities there, and also they talked a lot about programming there and what they offer our students. We had a great lunch there that was provided by the students that work in the culinary department. And we're having an upcoming meeting scheduled for the spring, so they're hoping to have us meet twice a year with them. And it was just a great way to continue communication with them. As there's probably a handful of our special education students that do go down there for programming. And what LIGO CTC would like to have happen is to be a part of their IEP meetings as well as their transition council meetings. And they're also going to be sending us reports on how things are doing down there in programming. So I think overall it was a great day there.
Thank you, Mr. Henry. Mr. Johnson.
Well, I'll share some of this with Mrs. Wise, just some upcoming things, in the world of our seniors that are getting ready to exit and our juniors and seniors back, I'll say that. We're having a lot of visits by colleges that are meeting with kids, that are interested, almost every day. And so we have different college visiting. We have an instant decision day coming up as well for our students, which is always really exciting to see those kiddos who may not have thought of college as an option, realize that they're accepted if they choose to go. And it spurns on some pretty interesting things, to watch that light bulb click for them. Our clubs are in full swing. There's a lot of athletic stuff to talk about, but I'll let Mr. Hodge talk about that. Some things coming up in November, we have the coffin race that will be, as long as we have enough participants, will be held here on November 1st on campus. I think right now there are 3 groups competing and they're all artists, so Bristol's gonna win no matter what. But we did even the last leg of the CPC meeting. I sent more information to those administrators that were interested. Hopefully we'll get some people register at the last minute. We got some financial aid nights coming up at the beginning of November. Fall play, the 25th and 26th of this month. I'm out here at the high school and there's 2 on Saturday and 1 on Sunday. It's still Magnolians. It's gonna be great. Lots of stuff going on. I'll save the rest for Mrs. Watt. We're in the swing of things.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Blaze.
So since last time we talked, we had Picture Day. Big thank you to Ben and Wendy Kimball. They always make everything so easy. Picture Day can be stressful and be hectic, but they're really easy to work with. So that went off without any issues. Thank you to Mr. Johnson, Dr. Johnson and Mrs. Wise for Warrior Pals and homecoming readers. It's always nice to have the high school kids up in the buildings and having them read to the kids and interacting with kids. Sometimes I think our little ones ask too many questions for them, and the kids get kind of overwhelmed with that, so it's funny to see that. We had Fire Safety Day too, so thank you to Montoursville, Plunkett Creek, and Elder Township for showing up and being there for our kids. It's always one of the best events of the year, and the kids love it. I went to a PBIS collaborative up in Canton a couple weeks ago, and it's just nice to know that what we're doing right at Valley and Montoursville. I think there's 580 elementary schools statewide that have implemented that there's 580 elementary schools in Pennsylvania that are implementing tier 1 with fidelity, which means they're doing it 100% correctly. So we're one of those 580 schools. So again, it's nice to know that out of all the elementary schools in PA that we're one of the select few doing everything correctly. So, and then our walkathon, we met our goal this year. We blew our goal out of the water. So without all of our families and everybody out there fundraising, we wouldn't be able to give our kids a lot of the stuff that we do. So we're thankful for that. Providing those stuff for things for extra trips and instruction. And then 2 of our other big nights coming up. We have Glow Night this Saturday at Snipers from 4:30 to 8:30. So if you want to come get lost in the core maze and hang out for a little bit, have some hot dog, come on out. And then Trunk or Treat is October 25th this month. So we're looking forward to that.
Thank you, sir. Mrs. Wise.
Let's start with an opportunity that Penn College brought to our kids a few weeks ago. They visited out in the Tech Ed building to introduce their polymer program. They're opening up for high school students. So next year, students in 11th grade will be able to enter into the first year of Penn College's polymer program. Over the course of their junior and senior year, if they sign up to take it, they will complete the first full year of Penn College's associates program, which would include the, core gen eds that they would need that could transfer to any program. And they would also get use the polymer program at no cost to the students. It would be about $19,900 savings because they're essentially getting the first year under their belt at no cost. So they were here and they talked to the kids that were involved in it, and they had an open house last week for them. We just got through homecoming, which was a huge success. PSATs are tomorrow. The custodial staff has to transport this room tonight into a testing room for tomorrow morning. ASVABs are coming up on Monday. Yesterday and Friday, we did curriculum and safety and service here at the high school. Again, feedback from that was they were 2 days very well spent. And then we have the Ed 215 class here at the high school this year. This is in conjunction with Lake Cumming College. The students are essentially taking Lake Cumming's Education 215 here. Andrea Tira is heading that up with Mr. T. And those students are now spending time at later throughout the week. That's all.
Thank you. Mr. Mark.
Well, last meeting, I talked about the Cherrydale fundraiser. Pleased to say that we have netted well over $16,000 from that fundraiser. So it's a lot of iron cookie dough and wrapping paper. But we'll be able to fund a field trip for all 4 grades this year. A nice field trip for them. So thank you to the community. I know a lot of our students were out and about, so there's a lot of community members that purchase. So thank you to everybody. Our Builders Club, we have 40 new members into the Builders Club this year, so we're excited about that. We have a Halloween concert October 29th, so if anybody wants to attend that, we appreciate seeing you there. We have Firefly testing coming up in all grades, in ELA and math and science in 5th and 8th. And that test will help us gauge how we're doing instructionally through the course of the year. We've done 2 assessments during this year. And again, our testing this year is online for PSSAs, so we have a lot to do in preparation for that. We have our Red Ribbon Week coming up the last week of October. Again, it's our fight against drugs and alcohol. So we have a lot planned for that. And the end of marketing period is coming up. And sadly, Faith is not having their trunk or treat that much fall this year. Again, it's on a Friday, and we anticipate a home playoff game. So they canceled it this year, but next year we'll be back at it. So lots going on in the ball.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Farrar. Thank you, my colleagues. They mentioned everything, in conjunction we're doing too, because, like, elementary schools mirror one another, so thank you, Mr. Blaze. No, hey, that's great. With the walkathon, our walkathon did a great, as well, and, a beautiful day for it. Lots of families out there celebrating walking, earning those pledges, but we'll get to find out next week. We've had a friendly competition the last 3-4 years between our 2 elementaries combined and Schick. And just as a battle of the bridge football game, we do a battle of the golden shoe, for the walkathons. So last year our elementary schools raised more than Schick did. So hopefully we keep that momentum and do that for a second year. So we'll find that out next week. Again, just a friendly little competition, but the nice thing is it ties in, both Schick and the elementary schools, like, students who raise the most in this and that or whatever, they can earn to be a captain. They get to choose to, from both sides of the schools, whether it be a football captain or a cheerleading captain or a band captain, whatever they want to do. And it's kind of unique way that, again, our schools try to partner together and make it a whole experience for across the district, but and a celebration more than anything. But so hopefully we pull the golden shoe and hopefully we win the bridge. It's time to see gold, blue and gold on that bridge for once in a long while. One item I want to highlight, which wasn't mentioned yet, coming up here, my favorite day of the year, November 7th, we're going to recognize our community veterans across the hallway. Again, truly, it's an elementary project, but the high school has jumped right in the way the high school students involved. We appreciate Dr. Johnson and Mrs. Wise and Mr. Knopf and his crew, we have this beautiful facility to do it in. And since we moved over here, it's just, it is neat to see 100+ vets on that stage. And so we're looking forward to that. We do it, 9 o'clock or so, 9:30 on the stage, and it's a great way to teach our kids a valuable life lesson and give them thanking our veterans for their service. And again, I know the veterans are always pleased and touched by that, so we're looking forward to that event. But lots going on. Like I said, they touched on all the same events we're doing, and it's active, and the kids are engaged, and again, things are going well. And the last thing I guess we're doing, we're working, of course, with Mr. Napo and Mr. T and with Crabtree Robot, and getting ready for the renovation and expansion project, and again, working hard on it so it goes as smooth as we can make it.
Thank you. Superintendent's report.
6.2, I provided you with an enrollment report as well as staffing history over the years for the school district. To note, the district is down to 1,653 total students enrolled. Of that, I did want to provide you with an update on projections. In all of the facility studies that we had done, the 25-26 school year had 552 total elementary students projected. We are sitting at 568. So it is close. The state projection was 544. We are running ahead of the state projections, which is typical in recent years. The overall breakdown, Lostock Valley has 188 students in it, and Leiter has 380. I also provided you in that breakdown the balance of the K through 4 students, very nicely balanced across the district, across those grade levels. So we're running in the high teens, K to 2, and then 3rd and 4th we're around 20. The Valley has a little bit more, 22, 23 in their 2 4th grade sections, where Leiter is sitting at 19 each. So you can see where consolidation will provide efficiencies in balancing class size. We did have 2 very productive in-service days. The 10th was spent primarily on curriculum. The elementaries all the way up through 5th grade worked on the new implementation of the updated Wonders English Language Arts program, and the rest of the district worked on updating their Atlas curriculum software. The Monday, yesterday, was spent in the morning with UPMC. Mark Truman from UPMC did a fantastic presentation with his staff on what happens in the event of an incident, and did a little bit of brush up with Stop the Bleed, Narcan, AEDs. I think that was pretty much about it for that day. And then the afternoon was spent rolling out to the teachers a product called Link It. It is a data warehouse. Data on kids is not something we paid a lot of attention to in the district that we need to start paying attention to. So through conversations with various teachers at especially the elementary level and 5th grade teams, they want a place where they can pull up a kid and see every data point possible, a one-stop shop. This will provide that. You heard Mr. Myers mention Firefly. That is a practice test for the PSSA and Keystone exams, the state assessments. That data goes in there. Their PSSA data is in there. Their Keystone data is in there. We can put SAT, PSAT, ASVAB, behavioral data can all go in here. So we have a complete picture on a student, and then we can start gearing instruction to the needs based on all of this data that we collect. So it's an exciting product and project to take on. We finally have rounded a corner where we are able to start getting into more academic programming for our teachers and providing in-service geared towards our main mission, rather than playing catch up and working on safety and security all the time and all the state mandates. So we're in a good place. It was good to hear the conversation in the auditorium yesterday afternoon. I thought, okay, we're rolling this out. It's data. This is going to go over like, you know what, and it was fine. It was great. The conversations were fantastic. They were engaged, and looking forward to what we do with this moving forward. So that's all I have.
Any questions, board members, for Mr. Taramino? Okay, on to the general agenda items. I'd like to consolidate 7.1 through 7.8. If you take a minute to review those. There's no objections to that. I'll take a motion.
And a reminder, 7.8 was the addition of accepting the resignation of Mrs. Brenda Oberheim. That will then trigger us advertising and appointing, filling that seat.
Motion to approve. Second. Discussion? I'd like to take a minute to recognize Mrs. Oberheim for her service to the board. Also, her attendance prior to becoming a board member at regular meetings. She was a stalwart at the meetings, and she stepped up and ran for the board. I wish her and her family the best of luck in their future endeavors, whatever that might be. And we appreciate the input she had while she served on the board. It's very important for the public to become involved in matters such as the school board in order to ensure that we are doing proper things for our children of this district. So thank you, Brenda, and best of luck to you. Anybody else? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? Personnel, 8.1, approval of the following retirement from a member of the professional staff. Michelle Hart, position social studies teacher, 30 years of service. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second. All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
I think it's
Opposed?
Mickle, or is it Michael?
Mitchell.
Mitchell,
Yeah,
Mitchell.
I'm sorry, Mitchell Hart.
I want to thank Mr. Hart for his what will be 30 years of service to the district. He taught a variety of things, computer programming, social studies, has a little bit of math this year. He is a multi-talented teacher that gave us many years of great service. He also was sponsor of the academic decathlon team, which he did voluntarily for many years. So we will miss Mr. Hart and wish him luck and joy in his retirement.
Yes, 30 years. Thank you very much. At this time, we'd like to consolidate 8.2 through 8.5. Take a minute to look at those. Any questions or comments regarding that? If not, I'll take a motion to approve.
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? 8.6, approval of the contract to hire Jessica Reich as business manager of the Montour Area School District effective November 1st, 2025. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed?
Jessica is in the, yeah, go ahead.
Would you like to come up and say a few words? Please do.
Yes, please do.
Welcome aboard and thank you. 9.1, transportation, approval of the following addition to the bus driver name list for the 2025-2026 school year. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Academics 10.1, approval for student 260050 to be expelled from the Montourville area high school as per agreement. Motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Finances 11.1, acknowledgement of the following high school and middle school activities advisors and officers for the 2025-2026 school year. Motion to approve.
Motion approved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Policies 12.1, approval of the following first reading of policy 815.1, use of generative artificial intelligence in education. Take a motion to approve.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Opposed? On to the committee reports. PSBA, Mrs. Oberheim is not here. Policy Committee, Ms. McCoy is not, no, I'm sorry, Ms. McCoy is here. Okay, Ms. Myers, sorry. Policy Committee.
We just passed the first reading for policy 8115.1 for the use of generative artificial intelligence in education. It's just really to give our students a additional option for learning, for increasing their knowledge and skill, and prepare them for post-high school work in college, business, wherever they're headed. So we just passed the first reading for that.
Thank you. IU, Mrs. Myers is not here. LCPC, Mr. Eisenhower.
Yeah, like OCTC still continues to look for sponsors and funds to keep the project down as low as possible. Currently, we have Montourville has a total of 39 students enrolled, with 7 in automotive, 7 in computer tech, 0 in construction, 3 criminal justice, 6 culinary arts, 4 early child ed, and 12 health careers. So it looks like health careers is the favorite this year. Also, real quick, I know we talked about sports and everything and clubs a lot, but one thing we don't talk about is a ski club, which they just had sign up. So a reminder, anybody out there that hasn't turned in their applications and stuff, they need to do it. It's supposed to. Also, like last year was a very successful season. They had about 35 kids. While they had 35 kids, Jersey Shore had 120 kids in their ski club. So I asked them to I put up as a challenge to them to increase it, and they've doubled it this year. So we have 70 something kids. Because of that, we don't have enough bus transportation, so they're looking for anybody who wants to donate any funds. I know several families already have stepped up so that we can keep the costs down. Skiing is probably one of the most expensive sports out there. So, creating the ski club gets a price much, much lower for the kids as well as the parents that are skiing with them. That is it.
Thank you. Memorial Gardens, Mr. Hausner.
Nothing at this time, although we'll be planning here for fall cleanup before long.
Anything for the budget, Mr. Hausner?
No, not at this time.
Montoursville Foundation, myself, the next meeting is in November. I don't know if Mr. T has anything to add to that.
Yeah, they're working on either care packages or care gift cards for teachers to provide supplies for their classrooms. They're also talking about an additional event to raise some money. And then we had a conversation on EITC. Big source of EITC funds for the foundation was Jersey Shore State Bank, with Northwest taking over. We're not sure if they're going to fill that gap or not. So making connections and not begging, but close to begging for continued funds for the foundation.
Thank you. Buildings and grounds, Mr. Albert.
And nothing this evening.
Extracurricular, Mr. Hoffman.
Okay, it's been a busy fall. The varsity girls tennis season's almost over. They finished as a team 5-10. They had no one go up through singles. They have district doubles coming up. Junior high girls softball finished season 8-6 after starting out 0-3. And at the end of the season, they also took third at the Williamsport tournament. So they did quite well there. Varsity girls volleyball is 8-7. They're playing right now. And they're playing Shamokin right now. They could qualify for districts. And it's amazing what the girls and the coaches have done in the first year of PIAA play. And to think there's only one senior that starts on the volleyball team. So
That's awesome.
they've done awesome. The girls start soccer. They started out 1-3. They're 8-6-3 right now. They qualified for districts. The JVs have a 500 record. Boys soccer. They're ranked about 10th in the state right now. They're 14-0-3. The JVs were 7-2-3. They'll be the number 2 seed in behind the state powerhouse Lewisburg. Our problem is we have Lewisburg, who's always in the state playoffs in our same district. So that'll be tough. Cross country team had very few wins, but were competitive. Cy Haight was the leading boys runner and Elizabeth Warner, the girls runner. But the boys did in the last quad meet, they did beat Loyal Sox. So that's a successful season. Yeah. Okay. Varsity golf. Finished with a 9-1 record, runner-up league champions. It's the best record in Montoursville history for the golf team. They finished third in district team playoffs, and they had a most ever 4 golfers qualified for the district meet. Unfortunately, they didn't golf that well that weekend. Bryce Carey was our leading golfer, finished 10th in the district. Football, junior high 7-0. JVs are 5-1. Varsity team 6-2 and number 2 seed in the district. And most likely will host district playoff game the 31st. I think that's about it for the teams. So the kids from Montoursville have represented the school district and the borough real well so far this year.
Thank you. Wellness, Ms. McCoy.
I have nothing tonight.
Okay, so now we'll go to the public comments. You uninterrupted 3 minutes. If you'd like to speak regarding any items on the agenda.
Yeah, I was just going to say, 1970 on, at least quite a leeway if we, there should be a lot of trophies before 1970. And, like I said, the football team, they leading without the leather helmets and, no face masks and everything else, and they won some awards. And that's a shame that those trophies have been lost or been put upstairs in the Hattie or wherever, but, I think that more could be done as to where they are from 1930.
I have three questions that, I don't imagine will get answered tonight, but I would appreciate the answers being in either a text or an email to me. My first question is, Mr. Key, the numbers you gave for the enrollment, do those numbers include the students that live outside our district that are attending school here tuition free?
So non-resident students. Okay,
And second question is, how many students that live outside our district are attending school here tuition free?
how many non-resident tuition free?
And
Do you want homeless as well? Because they're non-resident and transported into the district.
no.
You want the teachers' kids? The employees' kids?
basically, yeah.
Okay, all right.
I want.
I'm just a clarification,
Kids-
so you get the
kids from-
information that you want.
Kids from district.
Yep.
employees.
Got it.
And the third question is, how much tuition are we losing by having those kids in our district tuition free?
How much tuition are we losing? In other words, what we would charge
Yeah.
that they're not paying. Okay, all right.
And the only thing else I have, and this isn't a question, but, back to Jack. And it's concerned over, and is rightly concerned over those trophies and things from the forties, fifties and sixties. Who would have been in charge of taking that stuff and putting it aside and then bringing out selected stuff to go into trophy cases now? Wouldn't that be part of maintenance's duty to do that?
No, that'd have been athletic directors over the
Or-
years, principals, and I can't speak for the thirties, forties, fifties, sixties. I can barely speak for the seventies, eighties, and I don't know what
Yeah,
happened.
but what you.
There's only so much room in a school to display stuff, and my guess is the new stuff came in and the old stuff went out, if I had to guess. They purged and
And I'm not. saying-
probably shouldn't
I'm
have.
not saying you should know what happened in the forties, fifties, sixties. I'm saying, somebody today should know what happened to the stuff from the forties, fifties and sixties. I know you
Yeah,
were in here in the forties, fifties and sixties.
I wouldn't even know who to ask from back then.
I just think it's a shame. I mean, one thing that should be in that display case is one of the leather helmets. I mean, it's nostalgia, it's history. And this country is, and this school district is doing away with history, and it's a shame.
But we're
That's
also-
old history though.
we're not a
We
museum.
here are not doing that. All right, we're gonna continue to keep those trophies in there out of respect for the people that earned them. Because I feel exactly what you feel. So do we all do.
And I-
Okay,
and I-
it's a shame.
But
But we can't, who do we talk to that would know, right? I don't know.
I don't
I'm a professional investigator. I don't know who to talk to. Okay, unless I call up every superintendent since 1940, then ask them, what was your policy at the time? Did maintenance take care of it or did the athletic coordinator? Every superintendent, they may have a different policy. It's very difficult to find.
Jack's all in there in the 70s.
Okay, so the 7th.
That's all.
Seeing no one else, we'll go online. No one online? All right. This time that will conclude the meeting. A motion to adjourn.
Before we.
Discussion?
Yeah, discussion there. So, Harry Binger passed away here not too long ago, and I just wanna, you know. He was my gym teacher when I was in school, and he was, you know, he was very giving. He, you know, had a scholarship here, the Harry Binger Award, and I think you know, we need to recognize that, and surely will be missed. And I know my wife and him had a close connection when he would come in for the scholarships, and to Jack's point with Harry Binger, he had a basketball from when Teddy Barber played high school, and Lusky and all them, and you know, he had given that to her, and then she had it in her office here for all those years, and then ended up giving it to Molesky. So at the viewing, but he was quite the fella and very intimidating. I mean, he might not have been very tall, but back in the day when you were just 9 years old, 10 years old, it really, he really could strike a nerve if he got on his wrong side. So, but I'm sure he's gonna be greatly missed, and I just figured it'd probably be a good idea to recognize him.
Thank you.
Bruce Miller also passed away. And I'm not saying that because I got along with him. It's like,
You spend a lot of time with him?
but yeah, he was a good guy.
Anybody else? All right, this time I'll take a motion to adjourn.
Motion adjourned.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Thank you, everybody.
Get don't do nothing today, jump into it.
Yeah, I tell you, he was.
Have to do your physical fitness
Yeah,
test every year, I know.
Back then, it seemed like he had arms like that, and he walked around.